Hi, folks. I'm hoping that you're holding tight, and we're passing through tough times now, and hopefully we'll be behind us really, really soon. So let's see what's out there that can help us pass through the tough economic times. Government has introduced the economic recovery plan, and one of those is the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy. Government wants you to take advantage of it, and CRA has put together a detailed website, but you can actually be overwhelmed by looking at it. So we wanted to help you ease into the process a little bit, and you see how we came up with the idea and the tool. Please refer to our blog post, and the link is provided down below. Remember that applications are open on April 27th, and there are multiple steps to be eligible for the program, and you have to go through all of them. This video will walk you through one of the calculations necessary to determine your eligibility in relatively simple words. Okay, let's listen to the accountant now.
Everyone, I hope you are doing well. What we have here for you is just a quick guide and quick calculation to walk you through the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy revenue reduction guideline and how you can be eligible for the program. Just quickly show you how we structured this Excel sheet is just in the first tab we have the CRA guideline for you, just some basic information of how you can determine your baseline and just some rules around the program. And then in the next tab we have the calculator that it can easily spill out if you're qualified or not in every period that the program is offered. Now just walking through the definition of revenue and what the CRA has provided. They consider the eligible revenue generally what you have earned in Canada or made in Canada from selling goods, rendering services, and other uses of your resources. Then nothing really out of the ordinary. The program is offered from March 15 until June 6th, and they have divided the program to 3 periods. The first period is from March 15 to April 11th. The application is open on April 27, if I'm not mistaken. You can apply if you are hopefully eligible and then take advantage of the program. Then one of the eligibility criteria as an employer is you have to show the CRA and Canada government agencies that you have that your revenue has reduced as a result of the pandemic. And then in each period they have a certain percentage of a revenue reduction that needs to be shown. Then this calculator can quickly show you how much your revenue actually reduced. Just follow the quick guide up here, enter your revenue amount in the green colored cells, the password for just when you click into the cells, these cells are password protected just for the sake of how we designed the Excel sheet, but you can just click in it, enter the password, which is Revive Group, our company name, and then start the calculation. Just quickly walking you through this, you can use 2 logics, but you can only choose one of them as the baseline. And what is the baseline? Baseline is what you compare your current revenue to. For example, if you are in the first period and you're looking at your March 2020 revenue, you are either comparing your March 2020 revenue to your last year's March revenue, or you are comparing your current month's revenue to the average of prior 2 months, which is January and February. In the first line, for the first period, just quickly enter your revenue in these, and then for the first logic, we are comparing your March revenue to prior year, and then as a result of that, we have 24% of reduction in revenue, and that result is basically the business is qualified for the wage subsidy. The second line is following the logic of comparing your current month's revenue to the average of January and February, And because January and February are basically a slow months in the Canada region for most of the businesses, this particular example, they didn't have any reduction in their revenue. But then just looking at the first logic, they are qualified, they can apply, and then go to the next step of the eligibility criteria and then see if they are also eligible for that, and then apply for the program eventually. Then just remember, when you choose your baseline logic, you have to stick to that. You cannot keep changing your logic just for the sake of being qualified for the program. Then, for example, in this example, the business decided to choose the prior year's logic as their baseline. Then for the second period, they need to also apply that logic. The second period starts from April 20th to May 9th, and the eligibility is you have to show 30% of revenue reduction. Then just quickly entering the data in the green cells as you have done in the first period. You can see in this example, the business reduced, I guess not the business reduced, but the pandemic or the result of that reduced their revenue by 25%. 25% is basically not 30%, the level that CRA expect you to reduce your revenue by, but because the business was qualified in the first period, they are also eligible in the second and also the subsequent period. Then just going to the last period, which is up to up to June 6th, and that's when the program ends, and hopefully we are going to be over this pandemic and back to the business. Just calculating and looking at the results, this business was qualified. I hope you found the calculator and the Excel sheet helpful. I highly recommend you go through the scenarios and use the two logics that are provided, and then make sure that you are not missing on the opportunity just overlooking at the numbers. Just quickly showing you the blog post that we put together. The link is down below. All the links are embedded in the blog post as well. You can just quickly click on it, follow the steps, and then have the spreadsheets pop up open for you, and then you will be able to start punching the numbers in and then establishing your eligibility. The second step is to calculate your employee eligible remuneration, which we will show you in the next video. Yeah, best of luck and happy number crunching.